In the last Kiri story, you've seen Kiri and her parents going to Rainbow World for the first time, and it was amazing. Of course, since it's September, Rainbow School will be open, and so will be other schools down on Earth. Will Kiri, Julie, and Ralph go into Rainbow School as a field trip for the first time ever? We'll just have to wait and see. In the meantime, please enjoy this story. Thank you. The Adventures of Kiri, Julie, and Ralph in Back to School and Rainbow School for Angels. It was September, and all the kids are going back to school for more educational stuff. Julie and Ralph were getting their school supplies ready to go back to kindergarten, while Carrie and her classmates around the neighborhood are doing the same thing so that they can go back to preschool,
Oh boy! I can't wait to go back to school!
said Carrie, Julie, and Ralph in unison. Everyone got everything they need. Carrie kissed her parents goodbye and she headed towards the school bus. Off the school bus went. In the school bus, there were lots of adorable little children behaving in a positive way like other children do. Kiri was so impressed she didn't know what to say, even though this is her first time on the school bus. And she wasn't afraid of school buses either. Everything was going perfect for Kiri. Sometime later, the school bus stopped at Julie and Ralph's house. It was time for Julie and Ralph to go into the school bus for the first time also. They both kissed their parents goodbye, and away they go, as well as the school bus. After the bus driver picked up all the children there is, the school bus made its last stop, the school. The doors were open, and Kiri, Julie, Ralph, and all the other children went out in a single file without bumping each other. They can't wait to get into school and learn.
Another season of school is about to start if we get there on time.
Said Kiri.
And as usual, there are important rules we must follow, including illegal repeating, which is what we don't want to do, and not sneaking out of class. Remember what happened last time? Yes, we remember.
Said Ralph.
And we learned our lesson.
Added Julie.
Good.
Said Kiri happily.
You know something, Ralph? What is it, Julie? I think
Julie predicted.
we're going to be good students throughout the school year.
The bell rang, and Kiri's first day of preschool has begun. Kiri knew some of her classmates, but not nearly all of them.
Welcome to preschool. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Miss Stella Bellafella, and I will be your teacher. Today we're going to talk about what you did during summer vacation. Kiri, you've been good last year. Why didn't you start? Sure, Miss Stella Bellafella. I will.
Kiri drew something on the board.
First of all, who can tell me what this is?
Everyone raised their hands.
Yes, Jimmy? Is it a rainbow? Right! Very good, Jimmy. I visited Rainbow World after my parents and I had a huge storm at the Survival and Safety Island. But we are okay. No damage. One day we'll visit Rainbow World once the rain stops.
Everyone agreed. Meanwhile, in the kindergarten room, class had also begun, and Julie and Ralph were in it.
Hello and welcome, kindergartners, to your first day of school. My name is Miss Suna Duffykins, and I will be your kindergarten teacher. Ooh, and I see a lot of smiley faces that you've enjoyed your summer vacation. Cool. Who would like to start on what you did during summer vacation?
Ralph raised his hand and said,
Can Joey and I go first? We are relatives.
Okay, sure.
Miss Suna Duffykins replied.
Go ahead.
Julie, we were having fun at the playground until the weather changed. That's right, Ralph. We had a huge storm, so we had to get out of here and head back inside to the house with our parents pronto.
And we did,
said Ralph.
just in time.
And
Julie continued.
after the storm, we saw a rainbow.
What Julie and Ralph didn't know is that the rainbow leads to Rainbow World. Will Julie and Ralph visit Rainbow World for the first time? Only time will tell. But right now, everyone in the entire school went to work until the first day of school is over. The bell rang, and everyone went home on the school bus. Once there, they all watched the weather forecast with their parents,
For the next 4 days,
said the meteorologist.
there will be heavy rain and some thunderstorm possibilities. A flash flood warning is in effect for some areas. So if you're planning on driving to the school or work, please drive carefully because not all roads are safe. In fact, some roads may be flooded and some places on the lower floor may be closed. That's all for now. Please try to make the most of it.
Oh my! exclaimed Kiri's dad, Fred. 4 straight stormy days? That could be a problem.
Kiri, for the next 4 wet days, you should wear a raincoat with a hood on it. That way your feathers will be dry and you will go to school safe and sound.
Okay, Mommy.
Said Kiri.
I'll remember that when I go to school tomorrow.
Then she thought,
I hope Julie, Ralph, and all the other friends remember to wear their raincoats for safety.
and just like that the next morning, they all wore their raincoats on a rainy day. In no time at all, they were inside on another day of school. Miss Stella Bellafella made an important announcement to all preschoolers.
Boys and girls,
She said,
it's raining for the next 4 days and a flash flood warning is in effect for some areas. So recess is canceled until this rainstorm is over.
everyone understood the weather situation, even Kiri, Amy, and Ellen.
Instead,
Miss Stella Bellafella continued.
we're going to get right to work. Yesterday, Kiri discussed about a rainbow. Suppose there is another rainbow in the same location. How many rainbows are there now?
All the children raised their hands.
Yes, Ricky? There are 2 rainbows altogether. That's right.
Miss Stella Bellafella said proudly.
How did you figure that out? Well,
Ricky explained.
not everybody has seen a rainbow, nor 2 rainbows. And get this, 2 rainbows make a double rainbow. Next thing you know, it'll be a rainbow freeway leading to somewhere else around the world. A rainbow freeway?
Miss Stella Bellafella was puzzled.
Freeways are what we actually heard of, but we've never heard of a rainbow freeway. How do you picture that, Ricky?
Kiri asked.
Well, think of it this way.
He said.
Imagine there's nothing but a big blue sky with puffy clouds after the rain stops. Then out comes a double rainbow, and the Rainbow World construction crew came up with a rainbow freeway idea by using different turns and curves and bends, just like normal freeway construction.
Everyone closed their eyes and imagined the Rainbow Freeway. They have never seen the freeway like this, even though it's beautiful.
Wow! I see it now, Ricky!
Exclaimed Kiri in surprise.
You know something? You have such a beautiful imagination when it comes to closing your eyes and picturing something like that. Why, thank you, Kiri.
Smiled Ricky.
I really appreciate your kindness and politeness. However, I just hope my idea of the Rainbow World Freeway actually comes true.
Pondered Kiri.
I doubt if that will ever happen. There's only one thing to do, Ralph. What's that, Kiri? We'll have to ask the Rainbow World announcer
Kiri declared.
if the Rainbow Freeway is going to exist or not. Oh, okay.
said Ralph. But by the time the rain stopped and the sun came out, there was no rainbow, meaning no trip to Rainbow World. Everyone in school groaned in disappointment,
Sorry, kids.
sighed Miss Stella Bellafella.
No rainbow today. Our field trip to Rainbow World has been postponed until further notice. In the meantime, why don't you go outside and play? That'll cheer you all up on a fine day.
And Kiri and her preschool classmates did. The same results go to Julie, Ralph, and the other kindergartners. A few days later, it started to rain again, and all the students were in school safely. Miss Suda Duffykins and the kindergarten students looked at the rain. Everyone was disappointed that they couldn't go outside at all. Not only Julia and Ralph were disappointed in the same weather situation, but they also felt sad when Rainbow World is unavailable near the school.
Gee, no recess and no Rainbow World either.
Ralph sighed.
Yeah,
Agreed Julie.
it's a nasty downpour, but in just a matter of days, the rainbow that leads to Rainbow World will hopefully show up for us and all our other friends. Let's hope it'll happen,
Said Ralph. Once again, the rain stopped after those days, and once again, the sun came out. But there was still no rainbow to Rainbow World. Everyone groaned again. Kiri from preschool and Julia Ralph from kindergarten had their train of thoughts and wished for the beautiful rainbow all the way to Rainbow World. A few days later at school, it started to rain again for 4 more days. Hopefully, the children's wish of a rainbow to Rainbow World will finally come true. Finally, after 4 yucky, miserable washout days of heavy rain, the sun came out at long last. Then along came a rainbow, and not two. All the students of preschool and kindergarten looked out the window to see it, and they oohed and awed at the colorful beautiness of the rainbow.
Wow! Did you see that wonderful rainbow, kids?
Miss Stella Bellafella exclaimed in excitement.
Yes, we're seeing it right now.
Kiri replied.
That could lead us straight to Rainbow World if we go outside and walk to the rainbow and get on it right now. Maybe you're right, Kiri. You know what? I think this calls for our first field trip.
Cried Miss Stella Bellafella.
I gotta tell Miss Suna Duffykins and her kindergarten students that we're going to Rainbow World together.
And she did. Everyone walked outside to the rainbow, and the Rainbow World announcer said, "Hello, and welcome to Kiri, you again? Wow." This time the announcer was surprised. "And you brought Julie, Ralph, Miss Stella Bellafella, Miss Suna Duffykins, Avy, Ellen, Ricky, and all the other kindergartners and preschoolers?"
That's right.
Kiri answered. "Wow, that's amazing!" exclaimed the Rainbow World announcer. "I've never had this many visitors before. Let me guess. Is this your first field trip for the school year?"
It sure is.
replied Miss Suna Duffykins.
And we want to see what Rainbow World is like.
Miss Stella Bellafella added. "Well, come on up and enjoy," the announcer said. "And Kiri, welcome back."
Thank you, sir.
Miss Stella Bellafella, Miss Suna Duffykins, Kiri, Julie, and all the other students from preschool and kindergarten stepped up onto the Rainbow World escalator one by one in a straight line.
Wow.
Kiri shouted.
I can't believe I'm having another round at Rainbow World. And I'm joined with teachers and classmates. This is going to be the best field trip ever.
Later, she asked the Rainbow World announcer.
Are you planning on making a Rainbow World Freeway by any chance?
Huh? What's a Rainbow World Freeway, Kiri?
It's like a real freeway, but instead of roads, it'll have rainbow tracks.
Oh, I see what you mean. No, I'm sorry, Kiri, sighed the announcer. But I haven't thought of that. And besides, we don't have enough rainbow tracks to make an entire freeway. My staff and I will have to get more rainbows somewhere else around the world when it stops raining again. We apologize for the inconvenience,
Okay.
Kiri said calmly. In Kiri's heart, she was really disappointed when the Rainbow World Freeway was not ready to be constructed at the moment.
Oh well.
She thought.
I guess the Rainbow World Freeway will be ready in a few months or more, as soon as they find everything they need.
Then she told Ricky that the freeway won't happen for a while.
Oh man,
He groaned.
just when my imagination was going to come true. Maybe next time, I suppose.
At long last, the escalator ride was over, and everyone made it to Rainbow World. Where should they go first? The teachers and students made their first stop in Rainbow World, and it was very important to them. It was the Rainbow World School for Angels. And guess what? Rainbow World School was in session during the beginning of September, just like school down on Earth. All the children couldn't wait to see what Rainbow World School was like from the inside. One of the teachers, Miss Suna Duffykins, opened the school door, and all the children were really surprised and amazed to see the following hallways in Rainbow School for Angels: the schoolroom with numbers for each room, a gymnasium for everyone, including the angels, and to exercise in order to stay in shape and stay healthy, a cafeteria for everyone to have a healthy lunch, and last but not least, the special rooms where they have an art class, a music class where they could sing and play musical instruments, and much more. First, the teachers and all the children were getting very hungry, and the time was around 12 o'clock noon. So everyone walked to the cafeteria and gotten some lunch. All the children, including Kiri, Ricky, Amy, Ellen, Julie, Ralph, and others, gotten their own foods from the Rainbow School cafeteria menu, while the two teachers, Miss Suna Duffykins and Miss Stella Bella Fella, gotten their own grown-up lunches, and they both headed into the teachers' lounge to hang out with the other Rainbow School teachers and have lunch there, as well as chatting about other things in mind. After lunch, it was time for everyone to start exercising at the Rainbow School Gymnasium to stay in shape now that they've been eating the proper healthy foods. Miss Stella Bella Fella and Miss Suda Duffykins headed into the grown-up gym to walk on the treadmills, ride on the exercise bikes, and doing the upper body or the lower body by using the exercise machines. Meanwhile, at the children's gym room, the Rainbow School for Angels gym teacher taught all the children, including Kiri, Julie, and Ralph, how to exercise the proper way without any pains and without getting hurt and without bumping each other by mistake. That way, everyone will grow big and strong like other people do when they exercise and compete on special future racing events, like in a racetrack somewhere. There is one important thing that the grown-ups and the children must do while exercising at the Rainbow School gym, and that's staying hydrated by drinking plenty of water from their water bottles. Otherwise, they'll feel exhausted, tired, and dehydrated, which is not good. But as long as they drink water from the right sized bottles, nothing bad will happen. After the gym, it was time for everyone to sit back and relax at the Rainbow World movie theater. Once Kiri and the others were sitting down, the announcer said, "Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to the Rainbow World Movie Theater, where we bring you the favorite movies of all time. We advise you that there will be no talking, no noises, and no repeating. Enjoy our feature presentation with no trailers nor commercial interruptions. Thank you." And then the movie began. The movie was so incredible, Carrie did not know what to say. And it's a good thing she didn't say anything because she refrained from talking or chatting and repeating during their favorite movies. When each Rainbow World movie in the theater came to an end, were there adults and kids chatting throughout? No, of course not. They were really silent. And when the final movie ended, it was time for everyone to leave the Rainbow World movie theater because the staff ran out of favorite movies. But at least everyone had a wonderful time there, and that's all that matters. Finally, after the teachers and students, including Kiri, saw everything there is to see at Rainbow World, it was 2:55, and that meant it's time for everyone to leave this place, pack everything up, and go home. They all went down the Rainbow World slide back to school. After that, all the preschoolers and kindergartners said goodbye and thank you to Miss Stella Bellafella and Miss Una Duffykins, packed up everything they need, and went home on separate school buses,
Hi, Kiri.
said Valerie.
We're so glad you came back. How was school today?
It was wonderful, Mommy.
Cried Kiri.
It had been raining for quite a long time, but it was all over, and we were extremely lucky to see a rainbow that leads straight to Rainbow World, where they have Rainbow School for Angels, a movie theater, and so much more. And guess what? We all went to Rainbow World, including Julie, Ralph, Amy, Ellen, Ricky, and many more classmates in the entire school.
Wow! Exclaimed Fred in surprise. That was very lucky and eventful for a first field trip like this,
We even exercised at the special gym up there.
Kiri added. Wow!
Wow!
Exclaimed Valerie and Fred, who are even more surprised. During Carrie's bedtime, she was really excited in her dreams to return to Rainbow World along with her other classmates so that they can attend Rainbow School for Angels, where they have preschool, kindergarten, and more, as well as other places at Rainbow World. Of course, in real life, maybe they'll return in a couple of months, more or less.